Hey guys, welcome back to the Scrappy Chick Flosstube. This is number 2. If you are returning from last week, then welcome. Thanks for coming back. And if you're brand new, welcome for the first time. I would love if you would hit like and subscribe to my channel. And in fact, I said last time I wasn't going to do a giveaway yet, but I decided when I was going through my WIPs that I had 2 things that I had never started. So I will get to that at the very end if you want to stick around for that. So for this floss tube, I thought I would do a WIP parade, which I also said I wasn't going to do. I'm really not trying to lie to you guys. Just, you know, it's a female thing. We change our mind. Anyway, there are quite a few. There's about 40 of them, which is not bad considering it's only been 3 years. I've finished a number of things in those 3 years. These are the unfinished, and quite a few are really old. Quite a few are brand new. So I wanted to do this also because I'm going out of town, leaving on Tuesday. We'll be gone for the week to the beach, just my husband and me. Really looking forward to that. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to do a video again. I would love to get to barefoot needle art if I'm able to, if I can drag my husband along, and maybe do a quick little video in there if they will let me. That would be great. Other than that, I'll probably be, you know, a couple of weeks again before I do another video. So anyway, let's get started. And first I'm going to start with some of the older ones that I started in with, and I'll kind of let you know when we get to the oldest. This is a set. It's called Summer Signs. This is from Tiny Modernist. There's a set of 4, and I started stitching these a couple of years ago with the intention of hanging them in my camper. So that's the first one. I'm stitching them all with the Call for DMC. And this is some sort of a natural Ada that I probably got at Hobby Lobby, to be honest, because this was sort of on the, you know, when I was just getting started. This is the second one. I think they're turning out really cute. It's, you know, not as much my style anymore, but I still like the colors. They're very beachy, and I thought these would be really cute to put in the camper. We do have a 5th wool we keep at Myrtle Beach, which is where we're going this week. So, yeah, we have a few, you know, really cute decorations in there, a couple that I've made, of course, and I thought this would add to it. I'm thinking of doing a long display with the 3, maybe even 4. I have a piece that all 4 of them would fit on. I just kind of got bored doing them, honestly. That's the 3rd one. It's, you know, mostly done, so not too far away there. And that is living in a very crinkled up project bag that I made at the get-go. That's from some Tula Pink fabric that's super old. Don't remember the name of that line. The next one is when I rediscovered cross stitch. I think I found it back through Fat Quarter Shop, through Kimberly Jolly and the Fat Quarter Shop Flosstube, because I had started back quilting off the bat, and then I think I started watching her videos from there. So a lot of what you'll see from the beginning is all Fat Quarter Shop type things, clubs, and the Sew Sampler subscriptions, and other sew-alongs, which is what this one is. This is as far as I got on that one, and I really love this stitch. I love that haunted house, but I remember getting kind of frustrated with it. But I also haven't picked this up in, oh gosh, probably 2 years. That one is called Fright Night. It was a mystery stitch along in 2020. So yeah, right at the get-go, and I got the cute little bag that it came in. I am stitching that, oops, hope none of that's showing. I am stitching that, I think, on the called for fabric. I'm pretty sure, but not positive of that. And with all the called for Weeks Die Works. So while I was looking in that bag, I found one that I was wondering where it got to. This is Autumn Alphabet from Willow Hill Samplings. I had seen this for a long time, you know, a long time being a year probably, on different people's posts, and fell in love with it and finally ordered it probably about 2 years ago, and that's my progress on that one. That's on a mystery linen, and it is Not the called for, some of the called for, they're all overdye flosses. When I had pulled the picture of it, looking for the name of it to purchase it, I saw some conversions with some slightly different colors. So again, I just think the colors are really, really pretty. And there was another one, I don't remember the name, that Mrs. Smith Stitches is doing, or she actually just finished it, that I think will be a great compliment to that. But anyway, I'm tickled to death that I found that one because I couldn't figure out where I put it. I wanted to work on it on the 13th of this month. Excuse me. Has anybody else had a horrible time? I had COVID like 6 months ago, and it seems like every time I get sick now with just a little cold, it hangs and hangs, so I'm sorry for the cough. Anywho, so that is that one. Another old one is, I don't know what, I believe this is in French. It is from Croquette à Go-Go, I believe. Let me see. Yes, Croquette à Go-Go. It's a little gnome. Found him around Valentine's. He's mostly done. That's just a darn shame that I haven't finished him yet. Totally cute. Living in that same bag, and that's all with DMC. Living in that same bag is one of Lindsay's stamp series from Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is called Be Mine. I just picked that up probably one night with random colors I had, random fabric, and decided that I wanted to do something Valentine's right before Valentine's, and obviously squirreled away from that and never finished it. And then those are living in a project bag. That's some Bonnie and Camille vinyl front project bag. That's that one. Again, we're still in the really, really old ones at this point. So during that first few months, I hopped onto the bandwagon of Stitching with the Crosswives. Stitching with the Housewives, good gracious. I did a number of their patterns, and I will share the 4th of July ones on my next Flosstube. I'll probably share all of the 4th of July finishes I have before I tear it all down and start to do like a late summer display. But I found this one, which is, I believe, Gingham Greetings 2. It's a little truck. He was the complement to that one. That one's technically not a WIP, but he's sitting in that bag. So I'm not sure if it's not finished completely or if I was just waiting to finish the other one as well so that I could, finish them together, like little pillows or whatnot. Also in the bag, I think at one point I put all of my Stitching with the Housewives patterns all in one bag so I could keep up with it, because most of their floss is used the same over and over again, and they use mostly classic Colorworks. This one was Daisy Seeds. Got a good little start on that, and then put that aside. This one is a hoot. This is Up on the Housetop. I thought this was so stinking cute with a little chicken pulling Santa's sleigh. I just couldn't stand it. And I did not get a ton of progress on that, but again, super cute. So maybe I'll get back to that, maybe I won't. My taste has definitely changed a lot since I have been stitching again. More Stitching with the Housewives. This one got its own little bag. So I did do the, what's it called? The month-to-month series, and I did actually finish a couple of these, and some of them are either unfinished or nearly finished. This is September. I do have August finished, so that'll go up next month. This is September. This is the big part. I did not do the small part. I think there might still be some little apples on that tree and some green at the top, but not too much left on that one. And then, because I was trying to stitch these the month before, so I stitched September and August and October and September, and didn't quite get a finish on any of them because, again, I'm not really a monogamous stitcher, so I get tired of it after a while and then just didn't come back to it in time. But I really liked a lot of these little barns. That's the beginnings of October, pretty close to a start there. These are all, again, with Classic Colorworks. I'm using the called for colors. I got the kit. I did the year subscription through Fat Quarter Shop, and that was It ended, oh, I don't even know. That was a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. But anyway, I think they're absolutely precious. So there's October. February, still has the thread hanging, but it looks to be almost complete. It's February. January is my least favorite. I really didn't like the way they had, it was on the white fabric. They use Monaco, white Monaco. And I had a bunch of white linen that I had gotten at Hobby Lobby, so I was trying to use that up. But I did not like the beige snowmen that they had on January. So I thought, well, hey, let's try that. Let me see if I can back that against something. I thought, let's try that on black and do a white snowman and just sort of change it all up, and it's okay. But I got tired of, as I think I had told you guys previously, stitching on Ada. I just really don't care for it anymore. I don't like the coverage. Yes, it's easier, but just not my thing anymore. And then the last one, I think May or June, actually I guess it ended this year. May and June were the last ones, and I had just kind of given up on them at this point. This is April. I think April might be done. Pretty sure on that one. There might be some centers of flowers. Definitely the little one needs to be done to go with that one, but I liked the colors. I thought that was really pretty. So that one will get finished. And that's living in a bag that I made a long time ago. I totally don't remember that fabric line. Put that one away. All right, so we're still on the fat quarter shop stuff. I did join the Sew Sampler Club for a while, and I forget what the last one that they had put out was. It was really cute that summer. And the first one that I got was Hey Pumpkin. Let me see if I can move that up a little bit. Pretty cute. Like the colors. It came in this cute little bag. But they sent this 10 count, like a burlap. Oh my goodness. I did not get very far with that because you're using so many strands. Wasn't really, sort of frustrating. I don't remember. I didn't stitch very long on this. I kind of like the idea of it because it's sort of rustic. I have a farmhouse theme going on. So it would kind of go, but I didn't care for that 10 count at all. But I thought it was cute. So I was plugging along on that. And then the next quarter was Santa Baby. And I thought, well, now he's really cute too. And for that one, they sent minty. So these came as a little kit. You got, and they still do these every quarter. You get some sort of a notion. You get the bag, the pattern, the floss, a needle minder, I think, most months, and the fabric as well. So this one was minty green opalescent. So it's kind of a cool look, but it's really, really stiff fabric. I didn't care for the stiff fabric so much. He's kind of cute. I probably should get back to him and finish him. This is the little bag that one came in. A little cuter there. The next one I really loved. I have no idea why I didn't keep working on this one. This is Fresh Cut. This was the spring one. And we are in 2021 at this point. And that's as far as I got on that. This was the first time they had said they were going to start doing other threads and some other fabrics and whatnot. So this is Cosmo Thread, which I did like. The colors are really pretty and vibrant. It's like DMC though, it's not over-dyed, and I kind of like the over-dyed better. The fabric, oh goodness, was from Color and Cotton, and that's Bisque 14 count. That's the little bag that one came in. So after that, I got 2 more, and then I put the subscription on hold. I just decided they weren't seeming to get off of the 14 count, which I don't care for, and they were sticking with the DMC. The patterns are really cute. The next one I'll show you at the end, and then I have another one I'll show you another time. Neither of those I've started. Okay, another old one, and again, you can tell I really did get a start from from Kimberly before I started veering off and watching other floss tubes and getting more ideas and going all over the place. This one was also a mystery stitch along. This was Mistletoe Lane. Did not get very far on this. I think that one's really pretty. I might actually finish that one. This is where I decided to start trying to grid the fabric. I can't remember if this is a, yeah, this was, I think, the first time I tried to do 2/2. And I was a little frustrated with that, seeing as how I had never done it before. That is on the called for fabric. Again, I think it's really pretty, and I pulled up a YouTube video on gridding because I had seen someone do that. In the long run, it's so not worth it unless you're just really starting out and very uncomfortable with it. So it was a little helpful at first, but it was kind of more of a pain in the butt than anything. I'm using the called for colors on that one, and that was the bag I bought to go with that. All right, next, this is another really early one. I have 2 more really early ones, and then I think we get into more where my taste started changing some. This is Stitchville, which I think is absolutely precious. This is Bonnie and Camille, and the reason I put this one down, I do remember very well. I was doing it on a 14 count Aida, and there are a ton of half stitches at the top of the houses. Not fun on Aida. I really wish I had done this on linen. I wish I had figured it out and put it down and restarted it, but at the time, I don't think I had tried anything on 2/2. So it wasn't even on my radar yet. Which you can see, I've got a little flub down here. I need to, I need to frog that. Anyway, so, you know, very cute little stitch, but it just never got done. And that is a project bag with Bonnie and Camille fabric, just a vinyl front and the patchwork back. All right. I think this is almost the end of the old ones. So this is So She Did cross stitch. I do not, oh, I do have a picture already there. It's a Lori Holt, and at the beginning of getting back into all of this, I really loved Lori Holt stuff. I still like Lori Holt stuff. My she shed is all done with Lori Holt fabrics and kind of her colors. So as soon as it cools off a little bit and I don't have to have the air conditioner going, I will show you my she shed. It's really cute, love it in there, but it's just really hot, and I don't know that you could hear me over the fan. But again, so that's that one. I love this. I really wanted this in my craft room, but again, this was at the very beginning, and I don't recall if it called for 10 count or if I just happened to pick it up. I do not like 10 count at all. So I did a ton on that one. I really hate to put it away, but this is, I also know, one of the first ones because not all my crosses are going the same way. I would start this way, and then the next row I would do this way, just a complete disaster. So I kind of want to put it away for that, but it's neat to see your progress in, you know, how far you've come with everything. That's the bag that I got for that. That's one of the few little bag charms. Love that one. So cute. I need to get some more bag charms. All right, so then the next kind of oldie, and these are all Country Cottage Needleworks. This one is one of the cottages of the month, and I had plans, oh, I'm going to do all these and do little white frames, and I had an idea of how to display it all. I did do most of January. Again, that's on a 14 count. I think that's an oatmeal Aida. I like it. It's kind of rustic looking. I really should finish that one. I just never feel inspired to do it. I know I'm not the only one. There's just so many things that I think, oh, I should pick that up. It's almost done. And I just really don't want to do it. I would like to see it done, but I don't want to do it. And along with that is I had signed up for the club through Fat Quarter Shop for the sampler of the month. And this was the 12 little house samplers from Country Cottage Needleworks. I did do 3 or 4 of these, probably finished. That one is March. It's mostly done. think I had to fix something on that one. Oh, and I have to finish the flowers at the bottom. This one is July. It's about half done. And these honestly really don't take that long. I should just pick them up and do them. It came with a big floss pack of all classic Colorworks. And the linen, oh gosh, it's, I think, beige. It's a 14 count Ada. I don't remember what it was, what the color was. I think it was beautiful beige maybe. And then there's May. And like I said, I do have a number of those actually finished. That one is living in a project bag made with, I believe that was Lori Holt fabric actually. Don't remember why, because it's kind of old. All right, so moving up a little bit. Bear with me, there's still quite a few, sorry. But like I said, I was just really worried that I probably won't get anything done as far as a video. And after I told you I would try to come back in 2 weeks, and our first video, I thought, well, that's, you know, that's kind of bad to not come back for a while. So, yeah. This is Christmas Rules from Primrose Cottage Stitches. I do not have the picture. I'm a PDF girl, so I love a pattern, but I always personally make a working copy of it anyway because I tend to dog ear them or spill coffee on them, get cat hair on them, you know, those kind of things. So I kind of like PDFs that I can just print it out, and if I want a nice copy, I can then print it on cardstock. But this is Christmas Rules so far. I think I've only got 2 or 3 maybe things up at the top and some back stitching. The white actually shows up better in person, I promise. It doesn't show up great, but it does show up better than it does on the camera. No idea what that linen is. Sorry, I started that one a while back. I believe not last Christmas, but the Christmas before. And it's all in DMC. The piles are haphazard, I'm sorry. This next one, I showed you guys a few of these last week that I was working on or plan to work on this month. And it's still a WIP. So this is the day from Plum Street Samplers. This is being stitched on Fox and Rabbit paper bark, 36 count. So 1/2 on this one. And that's my progress on that. And I know it's going to be really, really tight. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just ordered a bigger piece. Not thinking at all. Sherry and Chelsea fabric. That poor little bag is just falling apart. It's seen its better days. All right. Then I gathered quite a few of these. I've seen it done in pillows. I've seen it done as one piece sewn together. I've seen it done as one piece and repositioned. But I just love it. Anyway, anyone's done this. And this is the Garden Club series by Blackbird Designs. This one is Honeybee. This is the only one I started. I always think I'll pull it back out in spring and work on it, and something else always comes up. And I probably have at least 6 or 7 of these collected, and a lot of the floss. But it's stitching up really pretty. It doesn't take that long. The colors are always so beautiful for Blackbird. Absolutely love them. Gorgeous. That one is living in another project bag that I made with also Lori Holt fabric. That was a quilt block out of maybe her Christmas book, and just a little piece back there. So I didn't have quite enough. Next is, this is the Snowball. Love these little pillows. This is Brenda Gervais with my needle and thread. I'm sure most of you have seen this. This is one of the little pillows in there. A couple more. So I have a couple of these. Well, this one's finished. Not fully finished, but finished. I believe that one is also finished. He's so cute. They're so teeny. Love the colors on these, and these are actually all just DMC, surprisingly enough, and they're turning out beautiful. And a little bit of progress on that one. So the goal was to have, you know, 4 or 5 to put into a little dough bowl. I keep them all together, so technically these 2 aren't whips. That one is, and they all live together. And that's being done on R&R Patriots Brew, I believe. Brenda's Brew or Patriots Brew. I can't recall off the top of my head. Anyway, R&R. That's that one. In the next bag, Factory Shop does a fundraiser every year for Make-A-Wish for Texas, their local area, and they raise tons of money, and it's such a great charity. And I've worked along for 2 years. This is a quilt block that was from Serendipity. And instead of using the fabrics that they had used, I want to say they were blues and yellows from Corioder. And I'm not a big blue person. I used her apricot and ash fabric on the bag. And then also, I am working on that quilt. Didn't make much progress on that year, but I do like the blocks. I would like to finish that. And that's in the apricot and ash. So I converted my colors in Serendipity to match. And I think this has just turned out really pretty. I love the colors. They're all DMC. And that is a light ash Lugana, if I remember correctly. I have one more row to go on that, I'm pretty sure. I think it's almost done. I think it's so pretty. So again, that was 2 years ago? 3 years ago. This one was 2 years ago. This is Heartfelt. I do have all of these quilt blocks actually put together and all of the sashing cut. I just need to put my quilt top together. And the quilt blocks are beautiful. I'll show you those another day. So that's the cross stitch piece. That is on just like a white Edinburgh linen, probably 32 count from Hobby Lobby. Next, this is a WIP, but this was a new start since I saw you guys. So I will save this for the next video since it technically wasn't a WIP when I started my Flosstube or a Midyear, because I just started that this week. And I do need to for sure save something new just in case I don't get much stitching done at the beach. Okay, so in this bag is Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee. This is probably my favorite of all the little pillow series that she's done. Again, Brenda Gervais, if I didn't say that. Absolutely love these. And I swiped my piece of fabric that I was working on for the snowball. So going back to that one, it is Patriots Brew, and it's 36 count from R&R. Because I had a great big piece. So I stole that, worked on, I have one of them, it looks like done, and then most of the next one. Promptly put that aside. And then living in that project bag on the 13th, when I could not find the Willow Hill sampler, Willow Tree, whatever that was, the autumn alphabet. I couldn't find that. I was digging around and I realized that, oh my goodness, this one was almost done. This was Costume Party, or The Costume Party from Hands On Design. She did this last year. Super flippin' cute. I love those colors. Love, love, love. I have to add the strings on the pumpkins and a couple areas of back stitch. Not a lot on that. So on the 13th, I pulled it out and I was very surprised. It was almost done. And there's just literally no sense that I couldn't go ahead and get that done. So I worked on it for a while that day and want to try to finish that probably in the truck ride down to the beach. That one is all in DMC. That is stitched on a piece of Fabrics by Stephanie. I don't remember the name of the gray, but it was Fabrics by Stephanie. So those are living in just a little mesh bag. I'm working on a really cute Halloween bag for those right now, and I haven't finished it. All right, I showed you this last time. I haven't made any progress because it's not the 25th yet. This is Farmhouse Christmas from Little House Needleworks, and that is a 9-part series. So I've got one mostly done. I think there might be some back stitch in there. Not completely sure. And then the second one is almost done as well. that is living in the same bag with, I always forget I had this one. I started Snow Village. That was another one where I tried doing the gridding. I haven't gotten really far in this. I have 3 mostly done. I don't think I've done any of the back stitch. The colors are really pretty. I really need to probably do this one too. My goal was to work on Farmhouse Christmas, one a month, or maybe for Jolly July, Christmas in July, but I just didn't get to the Christmas stuff. I've been focusing on 2 or 3 other things, which I'll share in a video at the end of this month. So that's living in just a basic little Christmas bag there that I made. All right, last pile. Oh my goodness. So in the strawberry bag that I showed you guys last time that I made are 2 things. One is Strawberry Fields Forever, Blackbird design. I have not made any more progress on that, but in case you did not see last week's video, that's where that one is. That's being stitched with all the called for except for the parchment instead of lamb's wool, and that is on Confederate Gray 32 count by Weeks. That was also the called for. And then living in my strawberry bag is one that needs to be fully finished, that is finished. And then I was telling you that I had started another strawberry one. And then this is from the little book. Oh my goodness. Loose Feathers. There's some really pretty designs in there. I really want to do this one at some point. That's the one that I'm working on right now. All right, so that's those. So since last week, I had just gotten a start on Salute to Abigail, which is also a Blackbird. Hang on, I'll show you the picture of that. That's what that one looks like when it's done. And this is the one that I'm stitching for the first time on 40 count and the first time with silks. And I'm absolutely loving this. It's hurtful on my eyes, I will say. I don't know how people stitch on 56. It's insane. The 40 I have to do for the most part in natural light, works better. But it's going pretty well. It's not terrible. I love those silks, love them. This is the one I'm trying to do a thread a day in the morning. I did do a little extra one day. So that's coming along nicely since that's only been, I started that on the 4th, and today is Saturday, July 15th. So in 11 days, that's not bad for a thread a day. And again, that one's on the 40 count dark cobblestone from Zweigart. And the threads are silk dinky dyes. So I'm having fun with that one. No more progress on this one that I showed you last week. This is Sting from Heartstring Samplery. This was the kind of duo or partnership between her and Plum Street Samplers, which was Float. And Sting's the one I'm working on whenever I get together with my youngest daughter. So nothing more on that. That lives in that project bag. In this bag, I have some things partially kitted up in here too. This is the one that has the Star Spangled ornaments. No more progress on that. Oops. And that's on pewter Lagana, 25 count. Oh, did I show you the bag? I love that bag. Minikin Simpson. Pattern is, for that quilt block, is from Chelsea Stratton from Sherry and Chelsea Designs, or Sherry and Chelsea, oh goodness, something like that. The next one was a free one from Brenda Gervais. I do not have a picture of the final product. All I have is the pattern printed, and even though it was free, we're really not supposed to show those. But this is Mary and Minty. Super, super cute. Not a ton more on that one. I have another part of the border down here, and all the poinsettias go at the bottom. And that one is just being stitched. That looks like possibly Prim Lugana from Lori Holt, I think. I'm not positive. That's what that looks like. And it's being stitched with just random floss from my collection. Some of it's fancy floss, some of it's DMC, just whatever I could come up with. Excuse me. And it looks like this is the last one. Oh my goodness, we just went through a ton in less than 40 minutes. So this is Stitchy Stars. The original design, which it's Lori Holt, and I'm looking to see if I have a picture of, I do not. I do not. The original design, though, was long. So it was, I believe, 7 blocks across, and I decided to make it square. I thought that would be cute. I will need 2 additional blocks. I have one in one pattern, and it seems like I might have another one. If not, I'll just have to buy another Lori Hope book so that I can do one more stars. Most of her sizes are mix and match. Love that. Living in that bag was the Primrose Cottage piece that I showed you guys last week, and that was called All American. That was the big square one with the subway art. I couldn't remember the name of that last week, so I apologize for that. So that's it for WIPs, except for the new one that I started, which is really more of a new start instead of a WIP. So I'll show you guys that next time. So in the meantime, I also wanted to say that I forgot to do a couple shout outs last time. Oh my goodness. Or like talk about my favorite Flosstubers. So one of the ones who gave me inspiration to go ahead and just do this, because I've been putting it off forever, is Mrs. Smith Stitches. She is in Ottawa area, I believe, in Canada. And she has started a new one. I absolutely love everything she's doing. She has been fabulous. And I forgot to mention her last time. And then there's a million more people I watch. But the other one, they don't need a shout out by any means. They have so many viewers. But Brenda and Laura, Brenda and the Serial Starter, one of them had said many, many episodes ago that you shouldn't feel guilty for buying a book or starting a pattern or buying a cross-stitch pattern or whatever it is, if it brings you joy. And buying the things does bring me joy. It brings most of us joy, I think. That's why we do it. And we start things, and some of us finish, some of us don't. I probably finish half of what I start. So that's, that's pretty good. But overall, it does bring me joy to create, to work with color, to work with fabric, to work with all the color. I love color. So I don't feel guilty that I have 40 WIPs in progress. My husband would probably think I'm nuts if he actually counted them all. But anyway, so I wanted to share that message from, again, I don't remember if it was Brenda or Laura, that if it gives you joy, keep doing it. If you enjoy building your stash, then build your stash. If you enjoy starting projects, then start projects. If you enjoy knitting one day and cross stitch another day and spinning yarn another day, then do that. That's what brings you joy. So that's, I think, why most of us do this, for relaxation and because we enjoy it. So just keep stitching. And the last thing I want to do before I leave today is I do have a giveaway. I wasn't going to do this, but when I was going through all my WIPs, and remember I was talking about the, what's it called? The Stitch Quarterly subscription. This was a pattern. This was the next to the last one I got. I think that's super duper cute, but the colors and the style just don't match anything I have going on. Plus, like I said, I'm just kind of tired of the 14 count. So one lucky winner is going to get the pattern, the navy 14 count Ada, the floss minus the orange. I had stolen the orange for something. So you're getting everything else except for orange. You'll have to go buy that one. I'm so sorry. For all of 50 cents. This one came with cross-stitch finishing dots. I know that Kimberly's probably shown what those are for. I have no idea. And I kind of hate to give this up, but I don't really use my needle minder, so I am. It came with a cute little ice cream cone needle minder and the mesh bag. So it's actually kind of a heck of a giveaway here. Lots and lots of things. I'm going to let this run. Let's see, today is July 15th, so I'm going to let this run through the end of July, and I will pick a winner. If I do a video prior to that, it'll keep running, and if I don't, then I'll still call it the end of July, just so we have a date in mind. And because we want to get it out at summer, right? To be eligible to win that, you need to be a subscriber, and if you will like the video, and we're going to have a question, and like everybody says, please don't mention giveaway or free or anything like that in the post. You need to be, I'm going to say for this one, a U.S. citizen, because I'm not sure how shipping goes elsewhere. So I apologize, but U.S. only for this one. I'll do some other stuff in the future that will that can be international. So subscriber, like the video, U.S. citizen, and you need to be over 18 because I will need your mailing address. And the question I want you to answer is, I'm looking for another good book. I'm almost at the end of the Court of Thrones, the Throne. Oh my goodness, I can't even think of the darn series now. It's the Sarah Moss series, Court of Thorns and Roses. That's what it is. I'm at the end of the 5th book, and trying to find something new. So I prefer sci-fi, fantasy, romance, mystery. Pretty open to most anything. So give me a favorite author or a favorite book that you've read recently. And if you're not a reader, then tell me your favorite cross-stitch designer. That'll work, because I'm sure there's some of you out there that don't read. So that's your question, and I'll pull a name in about 2 weeks, and this will be on its merry little way. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back again. I hope you enjoyed today, and I will see you next time. Thanks.